Good morning team, Coach Calvin here. Happy Monday and welcome to day 19 of your home workouts. Today's focus is all about you getting a little bit stronger, a little bit faster, and a whole lot of burpees. So all you need is a mat or a towel, a skipping rope, a step or a chair, and a mini band if you've got that. So let's use this time to our advantage and crush this workout on this Monday morning. As always, don't forget to tag us. Hashtagging I can, I will, and let's have an awesome start to your week. Have a great Monday. See you soon.
Orange Nation, we are ready to work. But of course, before we get into all of that, we have to make sure our body is properly warmed up before we crush today's workout. This dynamic warm-up is going to consist of 6 minutes long, made up of 3 exercises for 2 rounds. Lindsay, you ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. So Lindsay is grabbing a toolbox, or of course you can use anything that is going to be safe for you to step up on. You can even use the stairs that are in your house. So when she's performing her step-ups, notice that her foot is all the way on. That includes her heel. We're going to do this for 30 seconds on one leg and then 30 seconds on the other. That looks good, Lindsay. Moving on, to keep our body warmed up, is going to be our knee lift to an extension. This is going to challenge our balance. So this is 30 seconds on the leg, on your right leg, and then 30 seconds on the left. You're going to feel this in the backside of your body, your glutes, the hamstrings, and the calves. That's going to simulate the exercises that we have later for you. Then finally, we'll transition to our butt kicks. And notice this one's gonna get your heart rate up. Lindsay's pumping her arms, she's smiling, she's excited. And then of course, if you need your option of jumping is not for you, we'll just slow it down and focus on bringing your heel towards your glutes. Lindsay, you warmed up?
Ready.
Let's get it.
This 13-minute interval style block is going to take you back to the treadmills just like we do in the Orangetheory workout. You're going to complete these intervals for 4 rounds. So your first exercise is just a march in place for 30 seconds. The goal is just to get the heart rate moving, get the body warmed up and ready for exercise. From march in place, we're going to move into a 60-second base effort. Again, getting that heart rate up just slightly, and we're going to do it with jump roping, or if you don't have a jump rope, you can mimic jump rope with this movement, making sure our hands are moving as well. From there, we're going to get uncomfortable into that push effort for 30 seconds. We're going to do it with speed skaters, so that big lateral movement, crossing the body and elevating the heart rate. Option is to take a big step and drive the knee into the opposite elbow, keeping your core nice and tight. From there, it's time to go all out, very uncomfortable for 30 seconds. We're going to do it with incline mountain climbers. So your shoulders are over your wrists, and you're going to drive the knee into that elevated surface. We're using a chair here. Think fast, heart rates are up. After 30 seconds, we're going to take it to a 30-second walking recovery. Remember, the goal of this block is to keep moving. So even on that recovery, just take a stroll around your living room.
Smooth and sweet. Smooth and sweet. Go, 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 go.
core block, we're gonna challenge one of the most important anchors of our body, and we're gonna add a little spice by adding a mini band. So we're gonna have 5 exercises. Dee Dee, you're gonna start with the mini band around your toes. So that means sit down, make sure it's nice and safe. We're gonna place the band around the toes and the balls of the foot. First exercise is a bicycle crunch, laying flat, always making sure the belly button is pulled into the ground. Elbows are nice and wide. We're gonna rotate. Bring one elbow towards the opposite knee. Again, keeping the back nice and flat with tension on the band. 12 reps total here. Then we're gonna relax our shoulders. Arms go up for a dead bug. Knees are at 90 degrees. We're gonna straighten out one arm and the opposite leg, making it nice and wide, slow and controlled. Bring it back and switch sides. Again, back is always flat. Think tortoise, not the hare. 12 total. Then we're going to come into our reverse crunch. So our palms are flat for stability, same tension on the band. We're lowering the heels down, slow and controlled, and crunching back up. Belly button's flat, and that band is nice and tight. 12 total reps. After those 3 exercises, we're gonna move the band from the toes up to the wrist position for isometric holds. So again, right where you would wear that watch, we're gonna lay nice and flat. We're gonna do a static crunch with scissors. So tension through the band, shoulders pop up off the mat, chin stays lifted. We're gonna drop one leg down towards the floor and all together moving, switching legs. Tricky part here, again, the back stays flat. 12 total with the isometric hold. To finish, we're gonna bring both legs up. We're gonna crunch through the core to drive the band up towards the toes. It's a little movement, but it's important because it all stays contracted. 12 total here. And Dee Dee, how did that feel?
I'm on fire.
Let's get you guys on fire too. 8-minute core block, get to work.
I can't you just see how far away that we are from each other? Without flow there'll never ever be something that you could really treasure. And treasure it, 'cause I hope you will. I'm crossing all yours, what you waiting for? 'Cause I wanna be your lady. I'm locked and hard and lost. You don't have to be alone. Run away from yet another. Before you get the chance to see what we could really do for each other, and we really could do something good. I'm crossing all yours, what you waiting for? 'Cause I wanna be your lady. I'm locked and hard and lost. You don't have to be alone. Don't have to stand out on your own. You don't have to be alone. Don't have to stand out on your own. You don't have to be alone. You hide away, hot undercover. The sooner you discover it's true, for sure there will be stormy weather. But the weather will pass, I can't you just see how far away that we are from each other? Without flow there'll never ever be something that you could really treasure. And treasure it, 'cause I hope you will. I'm crossing all yours, what you waiting for? 'Cause I wanna be your lady. I'm locked and hard and lost. You don't have to be alone. Run away from yet another. Before you get the chance to see what we could really do for each other, and we really could do something good. I'm crossing all yours, what you waiting for? 'Cause I wanna be your lady. I'm locked and hard and lost. You don't have to be alone. Don't have to stand out on your own. You don't have to be alone. Don't have to stand out on your own. You don't have to be alone.
Orange Nation, it's showtime. Now, I know we love to hate this exercise, but they get the job done. What could I possibly be talking about? It's the burpee. We're gonna be doing 3 different variations of this exercise. It's roughly a 9-minute total block, and each exercise is gonna be performed for 1 minute on, followed by 30 seconds of rest. Woo! You ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're gonna start with our traditional burpee first. So Lindsay's gonna take her hands down to the floor. She pops her body into a straight line while keeping her core engaged. She jumps up as high as she can while landing soft. Option, just walk your feet out, walk your feet back in, and stand right back up, calf raise. Layer 2 is gonna be our full burpee. The only difference with this one now is we're gonna add in a push up and then come back in, still with that explosive jump at the top. Of course, option is you can drop down to your knees. We're just looking for your best. That's always good enough for us. And once again, reaching up to the sky, coming up on your toes for your calf raise. Last layer, because we can handle it, channeling that inner athlete, is a broad jump burpee. So we're gonna start by sitting heavy in our heels, using our arms for momentum, jumping out as far as you can, shuffle back at a good tempo. Then this is where we perform our traditional burpee at the back, and we just loop that same thing again. Explode, shuffle back. We have our burpee, always keeping the core tight, body in a straight line, and stand right back up. Option, just take one big step out and slow your shuffle on the way back down just a hair. Lindsay, I think the world's ready for these 3 different variations of burpees. Let's see what you got.
Before you found her, you ran around and around and around, caught up in a game of wonder. But it's I pulled you to her and pulled you in.
All right, it is time to cool it down after all that hard work. We've got a 6-minute hip and back flexibility cool down block for you. We're gonna start seated position for a seated straddle stretch. You're gonna open your legs to a comfortable angle and keep your torso nice and tall up out of the hips. Hinging forward, keeping your chest nice and tall, reaching as far as you can before you lose your posture. Set your hands down. We're gonna stay here for 20 seconds. Then we're gonna switch to the opposite side. Same thing, chest tall, reach down towards your toes as far as you can go and hold for 20 seconds. Finally, we're gonna spend 20 seconds in the center, walking your hands out, keeping your chest nice and tall. From here, we're gonna move to a seated body twist. So you're gonna cross one leg over the opposite leg, back of the hand goes to the back of the knee, and you're slowly gonna rotate open, keeping your chest tall and your body wiggled up. From here, 20 seconds, and then we'll switch sides. Next, we're gonna take it to a figure 4. So lying flat on your back, you're gonna cross one knee so that the ankle is over the opposite knee. Thread your hands through to the back of the thigh and pull in nice and slow until you feel a stretch through the backs of the legs. 20 seconds on one side, and then we'll switch 20 seconds to the other side. Now we're gonna move into a supine hip opener. So we're flat on our back, pulling one knee in, getting a nice stretch through the backs of the legs, 20-second hold here. We're gonna then open up the opposite arm into a T for support and let our knee fall to the side, making sure our shoulders stay flat to the mat. 20-second hold, and then we're gonna switch back to center, switch arms to the T, and let the knee fall to the opposite side of the floor, watching your shoulders. 20 seconds here. Our final stretch is going to be the happy baby. So you're going to lay flat on your back with your back nice and flat and your belly button pulled in. Reach towards the tops of the toes and open them up just slightly. If you'd like, you can add a little motion, rocking side to side and massaging the lower back. All right, you've earned that stretch. Let's get to it.
No time to play safe. Don't wanna be comfortable. Make waves. I wanna make change. No time to play safe. I don't wanna be comfortable. I don't wanna be comfortable. I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be a close call. Don't wanna be stuck in the middle. Wanna have it all. I'm not a high hope. I'm not an almost. I'm better with my weakness showing. Exposed, still growing. If I got one shot in life, keep my eyes wide, cause I'm living real fast in double time. There ain't no box that you could label with my name. Ain't no way you could fit me in a frame, cause I wanna make waves. No time to play safe. I wanna make change. No time to be comfortable, cause I wanna make waves. No time to play safe. Yeah, I wanna make change. I don't wanna be comfortable. I'm never gonna be an almost, just because I'm too scared to fall. I push it back a little. When life's pinned me to the wall, don't wanna play it back in slow-mo. Oh, think about the time gone. I'm gonna climb the fence that I've been stuck waiting on. There ain't no box that you could label with my name. Ain't no way that you could fit me in a frame, cause I wanna make waves. I wanna make change. No time to play safe. Don't wanna be comfortable. Make waves. I wanna make change. No time to play safe. weakness showing. Exposed, still growing. If I got one shot in life, keep my eyes wide, cause I'm living real fast in double time. There ain't no box that you could label with my name. Ain't no way you could fit me in a frame, cause I wanna make waves. No time to play safe, I wanna make change. No time to be comfortable, cause I wanna make waves. No time to play safe, yeah, I wanna make change. I don't wanna be comfortable. I'm never gonna be an almost, just because I'm too scared to fall. I push it back a little. When life's pinned me to the wall, don't wanna play it back in slow-mo. Oh, think about the time gone. I'm gonna climb the fence that I've